Man Tom, and I have got a round 2 model review for you.
Hey everybody, Model Man here for session 3 of the original 1350 Enterprise kit review. And this time what I'm going to do is some side-by-side comparisons just for fun. The original against the Refit is certainly an obvious choice. I want to take a look at the 1650 as well, because basically we've lived with this for, what, 40 years now? This has been pretty much the only representation of the ship ever available as far as the kit goes. So it'll be nice to see how inaccurate that is compared to the real thing. And at about half the size, it'll be interesting to see that fact as well. And then, inspired by the motion picture and that photo on the rec deck wall of all the Enterprises throughout history, it's about 3 or 4 years ago that I bought this when the rumors of this kit first started surfacing that it would happen. And my ideal would be, of course, to get a 1350 Space Shuttle Enterprise, a 1350 Tall Ship Enterprise, and that would pretty much make everything complete. It would be a very nice display, I think. So we'll take a look at this, because also there's a reference photo that Matt Jeffries did of the Spaceship Enterprise to the Carrier Aircraft Enterprise. And that's pretty much the inspiration for me wanting to do this one. And as that one is the odd man out as far as spaceships go, let's take a look at that first. And here from the Star Trek sketchbook, page 85, is a picture of the drawing that is definitely an inspiration for me buying the CVN-65. It's probably a little light to see on camera perhaps, but the Enterprise ship is just a dash smaller than the Enterprise carrier. Let's see how it shapes up to the real thing. Right off the bat, you can see there's definitely an interesting size comparison here. One little 26-foot shuttle compared to an F-15 Tomcat. And I'll try and put the Tomcat in the same picture as the Spaceship Enterprise as well. And whereas you can only fit one of these planes on the elevators, you could definitely put probably half a dozen of the Galileos on that. I don't want to break out the island because that's in a bunch of little pieces and I am nowhere near ready to build this ship. This comes out at 1 meter and 5 centimeters, and over here in normal American measurements, it's pretty close to 38 inches, almost 40 maybe once you add all the extra little stuff that would hang off of it. Let me get the Spaceship Enterprise in view. So according to the picture here, the very end of the nacelle lines up just about with that guy, which is just about where I've got it, and the front of the saucer on the picture comes right to the end of this notch here. So clearly the Spaceship Enterprise is a little bigger than that reference photo. However, I'm willing to give it to either Matt or Gary or Jamie or whoever, because just having these two side by side is it's just beautiful. Definitely beautiful right there. I wouldn't be surprised if sales of the Tamiya here wind up spiking just because of this. Now that round 2 is finally and very, very happily given this to us. It really is a beautiful thing. And way up here on the bridge, we got our little Tomcat again. Let me re-angle this and we'll get a different angle. Nice. Really beautiful. Well, the Spaceship Enterprise is definitely going to be a much easier model for me to build than that carrier there, and I really want to do a super job on the carrier because I want to light up the hangar bay underneath, and I want to do it right. There's hundreds of dollars of photo etch just for the carrier, and there's certainly hundreds of dollars of aftermarket stuff for this Enterprise, so it's definitely going to be a big budget collection. So next up, let's take a look at the 650. Well, this definitely isn't going to be as elegant as I had hoped it might. I don't actually have a 650 built and on hand anymore, and I'm kind of ashamed about that, I suppose. I really should have one representing at least. But even just here, the differences are pretty much staggering. The hull line is wrong, the neck is wrong, the pylons are wrong, the nacelles are wrong, the dish is wrong. And it's really nice to see. Just the tops there, the angles, pretty much the everything. There, it's pretty much falling apart already. So I think we're not going to get too far with this section of the review at all. It'll be nice to have one built up of each on hand when the time comes, and certainly for all the years that this model has done us service, I think it deserves at least a round of applause just for that. It's been faithful, it's been a friend, and now it's time for the next generation to step up, as it were. Personally, I'm hoping that round 2, even though the Revell is out, that I don't need a new tool of this kit personally, but if they threw in like a new piece every year or two, within 5 years they could have the entire old kit completely replaced with far newer and more accurate pieces. Start with the nacelles, some nice easy bits there. Modelers can cut off little bits themselves and stick new ones on. Eventually do the bottom of the hull new, do the top of the hull, do the front new, and you never know. It would be nice. I don't think the Revell is all that good a kit. I haven't seen it personally, but all the pictures, it looks pretty terrible to me. And I'd rather have this guy than the Revell. And since round 2 has the market for the American version of this kit, it would be nice if they could do some upgrades on it someday. Anyhow, well, this one definitely didn't go as far as I had thought it might, so let's pull out the really important one, which is the refit. And I have a surprise coming up. Stay tuned.